Welcome back to the 2013 Premier and Founders Cup here, live from Hopkins High School and the Lindbergh Center here in Minnetonka, Minnesota. Coming up right now, a qualifier game versus CNY United and the Turnstone Flyers. I'm Tony Jackson bringing you the action live from the Lindbergh Center. On the floor for the Turnstone Flyers, number 3, Brandon Stump. Oh, excuse me. I have some explaining to do. There are only 3 players on each team. For CNY United, Ryan Carbonneau, number 22, number 23, Tony Reuter, and number 25, Drew Cunningham. On the other side, on the floor for Turnstone, number 4, David Dowling. Up front also number 87, Luke Robas, and in goal, number 8, Tiffany Shota. Now the reason why the game is 3-on-3, although it's normally 4-on-4, is because CNY United in their last game against the Arizona State Sun Devils had a chair that was too fast and failed the speed test at the end of the match. Chairs are speed tested before and after the match, and for CNY United, Peyton Seffick tested too fast and was unfortunately issued an automatic red card, which disqualified him for the next match. So as a show of sportsmanship, the Turnstone Flyers have elected to play with 3 players to make the match even. Labas now bringing the ball down the floor against Reuter. Reuter out of bounds. CNY United ball. Cunningham, Labas. Ball springs out. Dowling is right there on it. Reuter now. Dowling fighting for the ball down the floor as Dowling drives Reuter down the court towards the goal line. The ball still in bounds, still in play. Now it springs out of bounds. It's going to be Turnstone ball, threatening here early. Very good show of sportsmanship by the Turnstone Flyers to elect to sit 1 player out to make the game even. Labas now rifles the ball across it, bounces off Ryan Carbonneau out of bounds. Turnstone ball once again. Labas now looking to send the ball in between the defense. Doesn't get there, gets behind Dowling. That ball is going out of bounds. CNY United ball. Reuter now sends it in. Dowling right there. Cunningham also right there. Dowling rifles it down. Corner kick. That one went off Reuter, out of bounds. Turnstone corner. Labas now sending the ball in. Dowling kind of misses it. Labas sends it back over. It kind of bounces. Didn't get a direct hit on that. Carbonneau now bringing the ball out. Dowling tries to turn it around, loses control of it, out of bounds. CNY back on the attack. This game a critical game for both teams. Whoever wins here will go to the semifinals tomorrow. Reuter, Labas now with the ball on the sideline. Ball still in bounds, it's out. Referee Andy Green says it's a set ball. Reuter and Dowling on the ball. Ball springs out past both of them. Who's going to get to it first? Reuter does. Dowling, however, now back on defense. Gets taken around. Reuter, Dowling driving down the floor. And they're down the sideline right now. Who's going to be able to keep it in? They keep it in. Dowling swings it around, trying to drive it back up the floor. Reuter trying to deny him, trying to keep it down in the offensive zone for CNY United. Dowling now brings the ball back up, going to let that one roll out of bounds. CNY ball. On the other side, Tampa Thunder, Minnesota Magic playing in the qualifier match. And from the sounds of the crowd, it seems like the Magic have scored first. That one bounces off Dowling out of bounds. A very, very hard shot. Reuter now setting up once again. CNY United threatening Carbonneau, the goalkeeper, up front playing at the top of the box, and there's the ball. Oh, and it gets past everyone. Cunningham, though, brings it back down, knocks it out of bounds, pushing back the Turnstone attack just a little bit. Dowling. Swinging the ball inbounds gently to Labus. Labus now takes the ball down the floor. There's Cunningham, however, meeting him right there. Labus fights him off, moves down the floor. Oh, and shoves Reuter out of the way. Assistant referee says it's out of bounds off CNY. Turnstone ball. Now with only 3 players on each side, this should be a very, very wide open, fast-paced game. We'll see how it all unfolds. Labus across the box. Oh, and Dowling misses it. They had an opening in the back, but Dowling missed it out of bounds. Reuter. Labus. The pass to Cunningham. Cunningham keeps it in. Dowling chips it back the other way. Reuter now brings it, tries to keep Dowling from driving down the floor, but not having much success. Dowling trying to pass it back, can't quite get it. Reuter now with the ball, and they bang guards together. The ball's kind of bouncing around in between the 2 players right now as they both try to grab control. Who's going to win? And there's the ball coming out. Reuter thought about doing a 180 kick, decided not to. Oh, Reuter, nice move down the floor as it gets past both Dowling and Labus. Reuter moving down the floor. Cunningham now takes over the ball. Driving down the floor, Dowling. Cunningham, no match for Dowling as he turns him around really easily. Out of bounds, the ball goes. Dowling now setting up, looking maybe to take a direct shot between the defense. That's exactly what he's doing. And that's off Labus. Oh, off Cunningham, back to Dowling. Very fortuitous bounce for David Dowling. Labus now chips it back across. And they fight. It goes out of bounds. Turnstone ball. Labus trying to keep it in. Reuter not having any of that. There's a shot from Labus. Oh, and it bounces around. Oh, nice save by Carbonell. At the last second, just barely tipped it out of there. Very well done. Dangerous, dangerous play for the CNY defense. Labus and Dowling looking to team up and get a goal for the Turnstone Flyers. Here's the kick, and there it goes. Reuter easily defends and bounces it out of bounds. Pushes Turnstone back a little bit deeper, but now this gives Labus some more shooting angles to take a direct shot himself towards the goal. Let's see what he does. And there it is across the box. Oh, Dowling just misses the ball. Tried to back up and use the rear of his chair to get the ball in, but couldn't quite get there in time. Cunningham to Reuter. Cunningham now at the ball. Dowling on defense. Dowling using his strike force chair, very powerful chair, just taking him right around, and he has to back out to avoid the 3 in the box. Oh, Dowling tried to go for a shot there, missed the ball completely. Reuter there right on defense. Let's see what he does. Dowling looking to pass the ball, bounce it off Reuter out of bounds, and he does. Labus now. Labus getting ready to send the ball in the box. Reuter going to try to jump and cut it off. And he makes it. Down the floor it goes the other way. Shota is going to make sure it doesn't roll towards goal, and it does not. Wide out of bounds. Dowling now. CNY bench yelling out instructions on defense. Labus chips it past Cunningham. Down the floor they go. Reuter right there on defense. Can he catch the ball before it goes out of bounds? No, he won't. CNY United with the ball heading the other way. Cunningham hits the ball down the line, but it rolls out of bounds. And once again, I just want to emphasize, the great show of sportsmanship on the part of Turnstone Flyers, electing to only play 3 athletes against CNY United, because CNY United can only play 3 players because of the red card on Peyton Sefik. To even the game out and make it fair, very, very commendable show of sportsmanship on the part of Turnstone. Labas now. Setting up, can Dowling connect on this one? They've had several chances. Oh, and it bounces off Reuter and Dowling. Labas picks it up, however. He's going down the floor with it, and it's going to stay in bounds. Oh, and it bounces around several times. Assistant referee says it's CNY ball. Reuter, Labas, ball springs out to Dowling. It's behind him. Can he find it? Yes, he can. Reuter, Dowling, driving it down the floor is Dowling in a powerful move. Carbonneau sends it out of there. Well done. Down the floor. Nobody's going to catch it out of bounds. But it pushes back the Turnstone attack. Dowling sends the ball across the court. Reuter's going to get to it. And there's Luke Labas. Sends the ball out to Dowling. Reuter trying to spin it, and he misses. Cunningham's right there to cut the ball off, though, and it springs out. Looks like that one's off Dowling, out of bounds. Cunningham inbounds the ball. Reuter, Labas, Reuter bringing the ball down the floor. He's got control and position. Labas sends it back the other way. Very well done. Can Dowling catch up to it before Carbonneau can? Yes, he can. Oh, and it springs loose, but it's going to go wide, out of bounds. And, you know, you have to say that's where that third player on offense is key, but without him down there, there are going to be a lot of loose balls springing across the box and a lot of missed opportunities. Let's see if Turnstone can capitalize here. And they do! There's a goal. They've been trying that play for the last 10 minutes. They're finally able to get it across the box. David Dowling being able to knock it in. Turnstone now up 1-0. And an update from the other game, Minnesota Magic scored another goal. It's now 2-0 over the Tampa Thunder. The winner of that game will meet the Arizona State Sun Devils tomorrow in the semifinals. CNY United now finding themselves in a hole, 1-0. Cunningham inbounds the ball. Everybody misses it, but Reuter's going to catch it, but not before it goes out of bounds. Turnstone ball again. Now Brandon Stump has come into the game for the Turnstone Flyers. David Dowling on the bench. Stump inbounding the ball. Labas chips it past Reuter. Carbonneau right there, however. He settles the ball in. Labas trying to fight him off and bring the ball down towards the goal line. Reuter back in the box on defense. The ball bounces around several times, goes out of bounds. Turnstone ball. Labas now. Stump on offense. Can they connect and get another goal? Down it goes. Reuter. Oh, and there's Brandon Stump slamming into Reuter there, but no call on the foul. Labas and Reuter fighting for the ball down the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. Both of them equally pushing the ball out of bounds. Labas and Reuter, the ball springs out. Reuter's going to catch it, but Labas is right there on defense. Will they go the other way down the sidelines? Yes, they do. Out of bounds. The referee, however, says CNY ball. Drew Cunningham. Reuter sends the ball down the floor. Nobody there to catch it, however, out of bounds. Turnstone ball. We're going to see a lot of this today because there is no third player on the far side for either team, so there will be a lot of balls that head out of bounds. And Brandon Stump hits the ball, bounces off Reuter, and that bounces off Stump to go out of bounds. Reuter asks Cunningham to take the ball. There it goes. Oh, and it bounces down the floor. Labas with a nice move there to deflect the ball back the other way. That could have been very dangerous for CNY, even though Ryan Carbonneau has been playing fantastic defense between the sticks. Labas, Reuter fighting for the ball, and it goes out of bounds once again. Referee says set ball one more time. Neither one of them giving up any kind of position whatsoever on the ball. Reuter, the ball springs out. Stump. Oh, trying to do a 180 there. Can't quite connect on it. It goes out of bounds. CNY ball once again. Cunningham now. Reuter letting the ball go by. Can he catch it before it goes out of bounds? No, he cannot. Waited just a little too long to take control of the ball. Stump. Off to Labus. Labus chips it past Reuter once again. Seen that several times now from Luke Labus. Oh, and there's Carbonell with a nice move. And there's Brandon Stump to get the ball and collect it back, even though it goes deep into the Turnstone defensive zone. Tiffany Shoto sitting back patiently, waiting to see if the ball shows up. And that ball's going to go out of bounds. It looks like that was off of Carbonell, and it was, Cunningham. Stump now. Labus. Stump. That was very close to a 2-on-1 there, but the referee lets it go. Stump driving the ball down the floor, looking to turn around, and he does. Reuter. Labus bringing the ball the wrong way. Labus out of the way to avoid the 2-on-1. That's going to go out of bounds. CNY ball. Cunningham. Reuter. Stump. And Stump swings the ball out, and nobody's going to catch it before it goes out of bounds. CNY ball. Cunningham, chips the ball, tries to get it past Stump, cannot. Reuter, however, is there to pick up the pieces for CNY. Stump sends the ball around, it ricochets. Labus picks it up, swings it down the other way. Nobody's going to catch it before it goes out of bounds. CNY ball once again. Now Turnstone really kind of dominating possession here in this game. CNY has had several chances, but they can't seem to maintain possession of the ball. Cunningham, Labus, and Reuter. Ball bounces around, out of bounds. Turnstone ball. The Flyers threaten once again, trying to extend their lead. Just under 5 minutes left here in this first half. Labus now going over to Stump. Let's see if he can connect. And they cannot. Reuter, very nicely done, punches it out. That ball's going to go on goal, but Shota's right there. Had plenty of time to take care of it. And she's going to swing it out of bounds. That's going to be a corner kick. Referee's going to put the post back on the goal line there. Shota, as she was defending, kind of knocked it off, so now the referee is going to bring it back. Stump and Shota stacking the defense, trying to cut off the angles. Carbonell at the top of the box for CNY United. Can they capitalize? Oh, Carbonell sends it back to Reuter. Reuter tries to get it through the defense. Oh, and there it is right there. Very nicely done. The ball ricocheted around. Tony Reuter passes it back to Carbonell, who was wide open. We have a tie game, ladies and gentlemen. That was very nicely done. A great pass from Reuter to Carbonell. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a 1-1 tie with just over 2 minutes left in this first half. And an update from the other side. Minnesota Magic 3. Tampa Thunder 0. Now Luke Labus for Turnstone Flyers. Looking to send the ball down the other way. Here we go. Labus, rocket shot down the floor, and that narrowly misses the post. But Carbonell was right there. However, if he had to make a play on that, that would have been out for a corner kick. Reuter now. Surveying the defense, trying to find a space. Sends it over to Cunningham, who gets it past Labus. Reuter now takes the ball and goes down the other way. Dowling backing up, trying to defend. Will he get there in time? He does. Oh, that's going to go off of Dowling. Another corner kick for CNY United. Now here, it's a very dangerous situation for Turnstone. CNY just scored a goal. We're now in extra time. Can they score again? That was not a good hit by Reuter. That one's going to go out of bounds. Just too high for Carbonell to handle. So that's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a deep kick in for Turnstone Flyers. Dowling now with the ball, gets it past Reuter, but not Cunningham. Dowling and Cunningham now fighting for the ball. Dowling, very tough down there. Reuter now calls off Cunningham, takes over on defense. Dowling driving him down the floor. Will he keep it in bounds? No, they won't. Cunningham now. We are in added time at the moment. The referee will be blowing the whistle at any moment. Reuter gets it past Lavis. Lavis, Reuter down the floor. Can Reuter capitalize here? No, he can't. Stump sends it out of bounds. We're going to get a corner kick. This might be the final play of the half. Referee checking his watch. Very, very tense moments here in this match. Reuter, Carbonneau looking to take the lead here just before halftime. This could be a huge momentum changer if they can score a goal. And they don't. Nice save by Brandon Stump off the back of his chair. Reuter now, Dowling, down the floor they go. Let's see if it goes out of bounds again. Yes, it does. Referee signals CNY ball. Referee checking his watch, waiting for the inbound. And there's the halftime whistle. United and the Turnstone Flyers, it's a 1-1 tie right now. Back on the floor for the Flyers, number 87, Luke Labas, number 4, David Dowling, and number 8, Tiffany Shota on the other side. 22, Ryan Carbonneau in goal, number 23, Tony Reuter, and 25, Drew Cunningham. Reuter now trying to get the ball out of the box, out of the defensive area. Oh, David Dowling with a rocket shot. Oh my goodness. What an absolute blast. Tony Reuter tried to get the ball out of the box, and David Dowling just unwound on that shot and sent it through the goalpost for an absolute rocket blast. 2-1 Turnstone Flyers. Oh my goodness. Almost took out those people over there sitting behind the goalpost. They may be playing with only 3, but they are definitely showing no mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, certainly you got to think that might be one of the goals of the tournament right there. I mean, wow, that was an unbelievable shot. And they're going to get another chance right here as the ball goes out of bounds off Reuter. Luke Labas now setting up, and he fires across the box. Oh, and it ricochets off again. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, that's 2 quick goals for the Turnstone Flyers. Score now 3-1. My goodness, I mean, there was really nothing they could do on that. Luke Labas just powered that ball through there, and like a pinball, it broke across the goal line. Turnstone now finds himself tied just a minute and a half ago, now up 2 goals. Dowling, that ball out of bounds off of Cunningham. Correction, it looked like it went off Turnstone instead. Reuter now. Cunningham, Labas, 180 the ball out of bounds. Cunningham once again now, setting up. Reuter thought about swinging, did not. Oh, and there's Reuter once again with a 180, but Dowling right there to kill that shot off. Reuter now trying to pass back to Cunningham. Can't do it, out of bounds off Dowling. CNY has to get 2 goals back after Turnstone just exploded in the first 2 minutes of this second half. Carbonneau now tries to get the ball, oh, just wide of the post, out of bounds. No one else touched it, so that's going to be a goal kick for Turnstone. Dowling trying to see what the defense is going to do. And he hits it right to Reuter. Dowling now with the ball again. Reuter, Dowling down the floor now. Reuter trying to turn him around, but Dowling's having none of that. Down the floor they go. The ball's still in bounds, and it springs out. Labas right there, splitting the defense. That was almost a 2-on-1, but referee decides to let it go. That one's going to spring out of bounds. Turnstone ball as they attack and try to increase this lead here and secure their spot into the next round tomorrow. Labas now, down the floor it goes, out of bounds. The strategy here, just push them back a little bit more, even if you have to play defense. Get them deeper down the floor and give yourself an opportunity to score more goals. Cunningham now with the ball. Labas just bullies it away from him. Dowling now, and Reuter, this is going to be the matchup to watch for the rest of the game. Dowling, Reuter fighting for the ball, fighting for control. Labas right behind him, waiting for the pass, as is Cunningham for CNY. They're not giving up any position whatsoever. Dowling knocks it off of Reuter. Very well done. Out of bounds. Turnstone ball. Labas has got a powerful shot, so watch for him to force the ball down the floor and force the defense for CNY to make a play. Let's see where he elects to shoot this ball. Down the floor, right into Reuter. Labas right there with the rebound, though, and it goes up the floor. Reuter passing it between Dowling and his teammate, out of bounds. Turnstone once again setting up, but much further back this time, presenting less of a threat to CNY. Labas, Reuter down the floor, stays in bounds. Reuter back the other way. Dowling to cut him off. Dowling gaining position here, trying to turn Reuter down towards the goal line. Labas is right there, really take the shot. He will, but Reuter very nicely done defending. Can he catch the ball before he goes out of bounds? Yes, he does. He goes right around Luke Labas, and now Dowling and Reuter fighting for the ball once again. And there he is. Tony Reuter, very nicely done. It's going to go out of bounds off Reuter, however. Back the other way for the Turnstone Flyers. 3-1 here as Turnstone put up 2 quick goals to start the second half in under 2 minutes. CNY trying to fight their way back into this one. Labas now taking the ball down the floor. There is Tony Reuter. Labas and Reuter, will they stop before he goes out of bounds? No, they won't. Labas now looking to connect with Dowling. Here's the pass. Whoa, very well done. Nice defense by CNY. That one ricochets around out of bounds off Dowling. Goal kick for CNY. On the other floor, 4 for the Minnesota Magic, 0 for Tampa Thunder. That ball out of bounds, another goal kick for CNY United. Minnesota Magic comfortably ahead in that other game, and if the result stands, they will face the Arizona State Sun Devils tomorrow morning in a semifinal match. Reuter now down the floor. That one's going to go out of bounds with no one to collect that. Dowling down the floor. Reuter stops the ball. Dowling, Reuter once again. Oh man, a hard shove by Reuter. That one's going to go out of bounds off of Dowling, however. Not too happy with that call. Reuter, Carbonell, down the floor. Labas almost gets it away from him. Let's see if he can. He can. There he goes. Down the floor. Carbonell knocks the ball out of bounds. Luke Labas thought it was called out on him. However, it was not. Dowling, Labas. See where the ball goes. There it goes, right into Reuter, and there goes Drew Cunningham the other way, and that one's on goal. Shota tips it out. Labas back down the floor the other way it goes. Reuter tries to stop the ball but cannot. control it. Out of bounds. Turnstone once again with the ball. Labas now looking to find the gap. There is a small gap. Oh, he's Dowling now setting up a screen. Can Labas get it through? And he cannot. Right into Dowling. The ball goes. Referee Andy Green letting the 2-on-1 go. Jump ball there called. Dowling, Reuter down the floor. Drew Cunningham, getting out of the way. Dowling now passes it back to Labas. Labas takes the ball, but he's going the wrong way. Can he save it? He cannot. Out of bounds, CNY. Carbonell tries to chip it back to Reuter, and he does, but they're going the wrong way. Labas now down the floor. He's got Cunningham one-on-one. Reuter takes the ball, spins it back. Labas saves it. Carbonell's right there on defense and chips it away from Dowling. Very well done. And now there's a break down the floor. Carbonell, Cunningham down the floor. Can Shota hold him off? Oh, and she does. Very nicely done. Oh, Carbonell trying to force the ball in between Labas and Shota. The ball rolls harmlessly back towards the line, out of bounds. CNY on the attack. David Dowling now in the box on defense with Shota for Turnstone. Tony Reuter setting up the corner kick. Ryan Carbonell at the top of the box trying to reduce this 2-goal lead. And we're having a slight equipment issue here. Looks like Luke Labas needs some adjusting done on his rear tip wheels. Assistant referee down there checking out, seeing what's going on, trying to get things adjusted. Head coach Jim Labas coming out, putting the cotter pin back into the mechanism down there that keeps the tip wheels on the ground. And it looks like we're ready to resume play on the referee's whistle. Carbonell at the top of the box. Reuter set to inbound the pass. Reuter, what's he going to do? Dowling looking very attentively, trying to figure out, see if he can pick out the pass. There's a very, very weak pass from Reuter. Goes back down the floor. Cunningham sends it back the other way, but Dowling's right there to pick it back up. Down the floor it goes, out of bounds. CNY ball once again. Not a very good corner kick from Tony Reuter. Didn't get very much power on that at all. There's Carbonell now. Ball bounces around to Reuter. Reuter, Labas. Ball goes out of bounds. CNY possession. Reuter, much better kick, but an even better kick from Dowling as it bounces off Carbonell out of bounds. Turnstone will take over possession and march down the floor. Labas unwinds and fires down the floor. Labas catches the rebound, passes it over the other way. Reuter. Labas trying to pass the ball out. Reuter having none of that. Carbonell. Ball ricochets off Carbonell. Out of bounds. Turnstone ball. Labas fires the ball down the floor off Carbonell, but it goes back the other way towards the Turnstone goal line. That's going out for a Turnstone goal kick. Lots of action here. Score 3-1. Turnstone in the lead. Turnstone Flyers from Fort Wayne, Indiana, had a 13-15-2 record on the season, but playing very well in this tournament. Oh, and there's a collision right there. Referee Andy Green cautioning both players. Carbonell coming in a little too aggressively there. That's going to be a free kick for Turnstone. There's the ball down the floor, chipped away by Reuter, out of bounds. Turnstone ball once again from pretty much the same distance, but on the other side of the court. Ball down the line, and Reuter's just going to let that one roll out. That one never threatening. Goal kick for CNY. Reuter down the floor. Carbonell gets to it. Chip back. Reuter now on it. Labus. Tony Reuter. Ball springs out. And they're going down the floor. Can Reuter get there? Oh, no, he can't. Nobody back on defense because Ryan Carbonell is the goalkeeper. Ball sprung out. David Dowling took advantage of the situation. Tony Reuter couldn't hold him off, and all Dowling had to do was force his way down the floor. The score is now 4-1 Turnstone. Just under 7 minutes left here in this match, and Turnstone is now firmly in control. Peyton Seffick for CNY United on the sidelines because of a red card after a failed speed test in the previous match. Carbonell now with the ball. You got to imagine it's very hard for him to sit on the sidelines and watch this game, knowing that he cannot be out there to help his teammates. However, I will say that they have played very well. Oh, and there goes the ball. Also, Labus once again, nobody back. They're bringing everybody forward, CNY, with nobody on defense. Left the goal wide open. That ricocheted right off Luke Labus into the goal. It's 5-1 now, and this is getting away from CNY United very, very quickly. An update from the other match. Minnesota Magic, the defending Premier Cup champions, 5. Tampa Thunder, 0. Tony Reuter down the floor, one-on-one Tiffany Shota, and he holds her off. And he sneaks it through there. There's a goal. CNY United finally able to get on the board and avoid the shutout. (5-2) now. Labus now. Reuter back down the floor. I mean, you never know, ladies and gentlemen. Sports are a crazy thing. There's 5 minutes left. CNY United could pull out the miraculous and score 3 more goals. They're certainly threatening right here as everybody on CNY is up on offense. There is no one playing back for defense, so if that ball springs out, there will be no one to block it. Here we go. Dowling with the ball. Carbonell. Oh, he swings and misses. Dowling down the other way now. Carbonell. Dowling jockeying for position on the ball. Looks like Carbonell might get it. It's out of bounds. Last one to touch it, David Dowling for Turnstone. Out of bounds. 3 players up now on offense for CNY United. Ball goes across the box. Carbonell cuts it off, even though I think he could have let it go and let Cunningham take it. But either way, they fight once again. Carbonell forcing his way down the floor. Shota right there. An absolute wall on defense. Shota denying Carbonell. Carbonell just trying to get past her, and he's not going to win that battle. Out of bounds, the ball. CNY once again. Threatening on offense. Reuter. Carbonell. Oh, almost got it in between the defenders. Shota, very nicely done. Well defended. Carbonell lets the ball roll out of bounds. CNY corner kick. CNY threatening, putting on the pressure late, trying to get more goals back. It's not completely over yet. Dowling pushes it between Shota and Dowling. The ball bounces around. Carbonell now fighting for possession. Dowling doing very well to get it to go the other way. It looks like his chair is off. Looks like his chair turned off. Referee's going to stop the play there. Oh, and it's back on now. You got to wonder what happened there. CNY United was threatening. Dowling's chair switched off, and it looks like he's going to come out of the game now. Brandon Stump for Turnstone going to come back in, and there's going to be a jump ball. Carbonell, Cunningham, lined up on the top of the box. Stump, Reuter fighting for the ball. He's got it. They're going to race to the corner. Will they get there? Yes, they do. It springs out. Carbonell with a shot. Stump, very nicely done to recover and defend that one. And we're going to get the ball going the other way now. Turnstone. Tiffany Shota, not having much work to do in the first half, has been very busy late second half. Labus. Stump. Reuter right there, but Carbonell right there to send it back just wide of the post. Goal kick. Turnstone Flyers. Just under 2 minutes left here in this match. Turnstone 5, CNY United 2. Both teams playing with 3 players because of a disqualified player for CNY. Peyton Seffick, number 18, failed the speed test his previous match. Was issued a red card, forcing CNY to play with only 3 players. They only traveled with 4. Reuter now down the floor. Brandon Stump trying to hold him off. Swings it out. Carbonell now swings it back. Stump. Carbonell. That one out of bounds on Carbonell. Out of bounds. Stump now taking the ball. We're entering the final moments of this match. That bounced around, ricocheted off CNY, out of bounds. CNY putting on pressure late, but it just wasn't enough. Luke Lavis now trying to secure the win for his team. Sending the ball down. There it goes. Oh, it goes past Reuter. Carbonell had to make a save on that. That's out of bounds. Referee Andy Green looking at his watch. Lavis now. Will they put up one more before the end of this match? Out of bounds, off CNY. Can CNY hold off the attack? Just a few more seconds left. You got to imagine this will be the final play of the game. Lavis unwinds, shoots it. Oh, a nice save by Carbonell. And there's the final whistle. Very, very commendable performance by CNY United, missing their best player, and great sportsmanship by the Turnstone Flyers, electing to only play 3 to make the match even. However, it was still too much for CNY United as they win this one 5-2. We'll be back later on. We have one more match today coming from the Lindbergh Center in Hopkins High School. It's the 2013 Premier and Founders Cup, brought to you by Power Soccer Shop and Midwest Power Soccer Association. I'm Tony Jackson. We'll be back in a little bit.